left is going after families, taking the dad out of the family. They're going after kids in the schools.
Yeah.
They're being indoctrinated in all these pronouns and all these books about sexuality.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
So, Katie Britt gave the response to the State of the Union address last week, and like, I don't know how, I feel like almost obligated to just say something about it, but I don't have a lot to say about it, other than it was weird. It was bizarre. Adam,
it was
did you
very
ever?
strange.
Yeah,
it was very strange.
So you did at least watch part of it.
I at least watched parts of it. I couldn't handle the whole thing.
Yeah,
but
it was bizarre. I listened to the whole thing. Obviously, a bunch of it was rubbish. She was one of the stories that she told about this, person being sexually abused by the cartels. An AP reporter has recently tracked this claim down because she's been telling the story a lot, apparently, and she started telling this after she met with a anti-cartel activist, right, who this happened to. This is who the story's about. This is an activist that was telling this story in public, and where the way that she presented it is she's in some back room, holding this person's hand, and they're confiding in her. And
didn't it happen in 2008?
Happened in 2004.
Wow.
I
thought it was when George W. Bush was president.
Yeah, that's the claim from this reporter, is that the person that Katie Britt is talking about, this happened, is Mexican. I don't think they're an American citizen. I don't think that they've actually immigrated.
Yeah, it happened in Mexico.
And it happened in Mexico, right? It did not happen in the United States. It also happened 20 years ago, right? And so she was trying to make it seem like this happened recently because of Biden's policies around the border, and and so that's just kind of a super. And her campaign responded to Kyle Whitmire reaching out about it, and they did not deny those allegations about the facts of this story. So, really gross kind of stuff, using that woman's story in such a dishonest and politically partisan way. But, that's Republicans for you. Otherwise, she didn't talk about Alabamians in her state trying to unionize, or Joe Biden's support for the UAW, whatever else you want to say about him. I mean, that has been evident. It was a bunch of culture war stuff.
China, don't forget China. We're supposed to be real scared of the Chinese Communist Party.
So, real silly, and it was in response to, obviously, Biden's State of the Union address, which was, and the funniest thing is the people, the right-wingers in Alabama, pretending it's great.
That she did a good job.
Yes, listen to this. Let me find this, because this headline was just bonkers. So Dale Jackson does, 7 things, and it's like a daily roundup that he does every single day. And this is what he said. And it's just, I don't think, having known Dale for a while, we're not personal or we don't talk a lot, but it's just difficult for me to believe that he would lie about something like this. But either he's just lying, or he is so delusional that he actually believes this. And I don't know which is worse, but okay. So Biden bumbles while Britt hits a home run.
Wow. Okay.
What?
Come on now. Nobody.
No shot. There's no shot you believe that. That's crazy.
Right.
That's insane. I mean, just objectively, as theater, which is what these things are, Biden's performance was way better. I mean, just there's no way that a normal, not incredibly partisan activist, didn't sit through Biden's State of the Union and be like, it was basically, that's fine. That's pretty good. And then sit through Katie Britt's and be like, what the hell is her problem?
Right. She was not talking like a normal human being.
And the craziest thing is if you go back and listen to literally any of her other speeches, it's so much better. She knows how to speak in public, but somebody just got in her ear and convinced her
to do the fundamentalist church lady voice.
Yeah, it was so weird. And so, I'm glad that I don't have to pretend that it was normal.
It was really bizarre. The mannerisms, the smiling, the tone of her voice. It was so just strange and off-putting to me.
The setting, she did it from her kitchen. I mean,
well, as Tommy Tuberville said, she is a housewife.
Yeah.
She was picked because she's a housewife.
Yeah, and so that's why and there we go. I just that was a really smooth cue up from me. Let's play this Tommy Tuberville reacting to Katie Britt's State of the Union response.
Your fellow Senator Katie Britt gave the GOP response last night. She's getting some interesting reviews. Some didn't like the fact she was in her kitchen table. Of course, the left will find a criticism about any conservative woman, in my opinion. How do you think she did? Some chatter was that she may have been on a short list and being eyed by Trump as a potential VP. Katie Britt's performance last night, in your opinion, Senator Tuberville?
Yeah. Well, considering the circumstances, I thought she did very well. And, she's a mom. She's a housewife. She's around people at a young age. And if you just see what the left is doing, they're going after families. They're going after separating families, taking the dad out of the family. They're going after kids in the schools, not allowing them to learn to read, write, and do arithmetic. They're being indoctrinated in all these pronouns and all these books that are in the library about sexuality. I thought Katie was a very good choice. She did a very good job.
Hey, 5 seconds. Just wanted to say that this is only possible because of our donors. If you want to see more of this, then consider donating yourself at tvlr.fm/donate.
Yeah, so there you go. I mean, just another person just pretending that he believes that Katie Britt did a good job. Objectively,
while also just saying nonsense.
The left wants to take dads out of the. I mean, I don't even know what he's referring to there because
he doesn't either.
The thing that in politics, when you're talking about taking dads out of families, a lot of times my mind goes to the war on drugs and locking up
or the war on immigrants
or the war, right? So it's like,
that's your side of the aisle that's doing that.
It's so weird, dude. It's so weird. And yeah, the left is
he's like the comment section on Facebook, like come to life as a senator.
The stupidest senator, no doubt.
Oh yeah.
And on the IVF,
that was even when Feinstein was still there, and
had like 3
lucid.
functioning brain cells. Yeah. Absolutely the stupidest senator. I mean, when somebody asked him about the IVF ruling, at first he was like, "Oh, I support it. Oh, we need more babies." It's like, what? He obviously didn't know, and he had to be briefed on IVF after that. But and I guess probably what happened is that nobody thought to brief him on what IVF is, because most normal people, especially people who are one of the 100 most powerful people in the world, know what IVF is. And so after that, somebody obviously had to give him a briefing on, okay, Senator, IVF. This is what it does. And actually, IVF makes babies, and the Supreme Court was trying to stop it. Yeah, it's just really, really Looney Tunes. But I mean, there you go. So there we go. So obligatory response to my senator's response to the State of the Union. They're weird, these people. I mean, I don't know what else to say. So there we go.
You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.